third week of November is set aside globally as World Antibiotic Awareness Week. This is to create more awareness on antimicrobial resistance and also educate healthcare workers, policymakers, and the general public on best practices to prevent the spread of antimicrobial resistance. When we are sick from infections as a result of bacteria or a germ, antibiotics are the precious medicines that should kill the bacteria involved in the infections. Unfortunately, some of these agents are no longer effective. This is particularly because we have overused and misused some of these precious agents. And this is causing some changes in the germs and subsequently leading to some of these precious agents being ineffective. This is a terrifying situation because it means that most of our infections will become untreatable. Our surgical procedures and chemotherapy will be unsafe. And it can also lead to more deaths. We see some of these resistant bacteria species frequently in our labs.
So I would like to take you to the lab to show you some of the antibiotic resistant bacteria that we have detected here in our bacteriology lab in Noguchi. Bacteria look like on their agar or food. This is E. coli and this is how it looks like on Makonku agar. This is also Staphylococcus aureus and this is how it looks like on blood agar. Now, if you want to know the effectiveness of the antibiotic against the bacteria, we test it on a panel of antibiotics. This is E. coli and we tested it against 9 antibiotics, out of which 5 of the antibiotics showed resistance. This is Pseudomonas aeruginosa and we tested it against 7 antibiotics. 6 of the antibiotics were resistant, including meropenem, which is the last line of drugs for very serious infections. This is Klebsiella pneumoniae, also for the surgical site infection, which we tested against 9 antibiotics and 7 of them were resistant.
So it is terrifying to see some of these bugs. What it means is that we'll have more untreatable infections. The World Health Organization has indicated that about 10 million people will die annually by 2050 from antimicrobial resistant infections if nothing is done about the situation.
Infections in humans can also originate from food, from animals, and the environment. It is therefore important for us to preserve the potency of antimicrobials within these systems in order to minimize the risk of spreading drug-resistant bacteria to humans. We can achieve this by improving sanitation at points of food sale and animal slaughter. We can also achieve this by regulating the use of antimicrobials in the agricultural sector. This way, we can achieve better health outcomes for humans and animals.
The good news is that we can all help stop the spread of antibiotic resistance. 3 practical ways. Number 1, prevention. As we all know, prevention, they say, is better than cure. Basic practices like hand washing, proper hand washing with soap and water, can help prevent the infection of germs. Secondly, avoid sharing antibiotics with friends and family. The fact that someone presents with diseases similar to that of yours does not mean you should take what the person is taking. Thirdly, we should make sure that we seek medical attention when we are sick. Practicing all these 3 basic steps will help to curb the spread of antibiotic resistance.
Antibiotics are precious.
Handle with care.
Spread the message.